Today we're going to be checking out a bit from a stand-up comedian from the UK, and it's name a country we haven't defeated.
That is kind of following up with one of the last videos we did about the UK, basically showing every country that they invaded, and now this one's throwing some humor in there.
I mean, I think it's a stand-up comedian, or what if it's just like a TED Talk?
Yeah, it could be a TED Talk. He's like, we have defeated every country.
Look at this map. We one time had the entire world. It's pretty crazy, but let's check it out. Here we go.
We have defeated every single fucking country in the world.
Well, he's grabbing a brewski right away, so I'm assuming it's stand-up comedy now.
Name a country, Gary. Germany, 1945, thank you very much. Very recent, job done, twice in one century. If only they'd tried again around 99, we got the fucking hat trick. Another country, please. Argentina, 82, no help from no one else. And that, of course, was a war not for oil, but for penguins. Because we all know
Falkland
penguins
Islands
are an essential ingredient in making Guinness, aren't they? You boil them up, the white stuff floats to the top, job done. Another country, please. Another one, France, thank you. We're in 1815, Waterloo, we haven't heard from them since. Yeah, another one, please. Canada, yeah, Canada used to be part of the British Empire, which means they're an ally of ours. As you know, being an ally of ours counts as losing to us.
That's kind of true. That is very true, actually. I mean, the U.S. is their ally, Canada, Australia. That's all like former colonies.
Literally.
Crazy.
The Canadians so miserable. Another one, please. Hey? Spain, 1588, Battle of the Armada. Thank you, sir. We haven't heard from them since.
Is this guy a historian? How does he just know these dates?
Yeah, he's rattling them off. He just knows it.
Another one. Uganda. That was an African colony, of course, that at one point used to belong to the Germans. And in 1919, the League of Nations, as you know, when the Treaty of Versailles, when the world was redivided, the African colonies were partitioned, separated between France and Great Britain. And we got Uganda as a result simply of it being defeat the Germans. We got given Uganda, which sounds like fucking winning there, without even having to go there. Result. Another one, please. Another one. Another one. Need to go to more pub quizzes, love. Another one, please. Hey, United States. All right, okay. You're thinking War of Independence, America finds itself free of Great Britain. Yeah, they see that as a win. We see that as a lucky fucking escape. But let's not forget, in the War of 1812 to 1814, the Royal Navy sailed up the Potomac River, set fire to the White House, and the Americans had to whitewash it to cover up the fire damage, which is why it's called the White House. And the Americans sued for peace at the end of 1814, even though they won a battle at the end of the war. The war's already over, the stupid fuckers were still fighting, even though they'd already lost. And that is America, and they've been working for us.
That is crazy, because it's the Andrew Jackson Battle of New Orleans, where the war was basically done, but then that's the one battle the U.S. won.
Yeah, the U.S. didn't actually do that great against the British. This is a great way to do the stand-up comedy here. We're getting some knowledge at the same time as getting some humor.
I mean, dang.
Another one, please. Belgium, of course, is a creation of the series of treaties that came out at the end of the Napoleonic Wars, the fallout of Waterloo 1815. It was the Duchy of Burgundy, of course, and the Netherlands states were divvied up into two buffer zones in order to prevent any one single power taking control of the Netherlands, which is, of course, our dangerous flank between Germany and France, and we don't like European hegemony of one power, and that's why Belgium and Holland were cut up to two and a buffer zone created. And I think if you create a country out of thin fucking air, you've won. Another one, please. Another one. Italy, yeah, 1943, folded early, didn't they? Another one, please. Hey? China, Opium War, 1860. Another one, please. Hey? Burkina Faso used to be a German colony. I refer to my previous answer. Another one, please. Hey? Norway, they used to be the Vikings, love. We saw them off in the end, didn't we? And look at that, that's a come down. Once they were Vikings, now look at them, Norwegians. That's a fucking collapse, isn't it? From horny helmets to horny helmets. Another one, please. Japan, we've got the Yanks to do it for us. Another one. Peru, what language do they speak in Peru, sir? Portuguese. No, they don't, actually. They speak Spanish. Yeah, which means in 1512, when Pope Julius XII divided the New World into two sections down the line of longitude 129, the stuff to the east of that went to Portugal, which is why they speak Portuguese in Brazil. The stuff to the west of that went to Spain, which means Peru was technically part of Spain when we defeated Spain in 1588 back with the Armada. So we done Peru without even having a visit. Job done.
What? It is interesting if you like get into the technicalities of a lot of it, like when a country was underneath another country's rule and then they like invaded. Like I wonder what the actual statistic would be of how many, if you qualify those, how many countries
Yeah, I mean,
the UK has invaded.
all the French territories, all the Spanish territories. Wow, that's yeah, I'm trying to think of one. I'm like really trying to think of some really random one.
Some of these guys were given some normie answers at first,
Yeah.
like Germany, France, but
So does that mean like any country in South America is just instantly
Yeah.
under the Spanish?
yeah, probably.
Cuba.
Maybe Cuba. What about like a Pacific island like Vanuatu or something?
Yeah, I mean, they might have stuck their flag in
Yeah.
every place. Dang, that is pretty insane.
Can't argue with it.
Oh,
That's
the
it.
end. All right.
And now
sorry.
I'm back to thinking, Mongolia?
Yeah. Unless there's some like historical thing, like
China
like,
technically owned Mongolia
yeah.
and they beat China, something
Yeah,
like
definitely
that.
something like that.
North Korea?
No,
The British never invaded Korea, did they?
I don't think so. It's crazy because you can't think of like most of the like the continental countries that are in Eurasia and Africa are just all checked off the box.
Yeah, because if they beat Germany, they beat Spain, they beat France. That's so many of those. What about like Russia?
Yeah.
Maybe they owned part of Russia at some point, but they never like took over Russia, right?
No, I don't think so. It's a long history for UK, so it's hard for us to know.
It's like, I mean, it could be shot back to, actually in 1518, we took over Moscow, something like that. Interesting. Let us know, what's the one country? Did Cuba get taken over by the UK?
Did Vanuatu?
I don't know. Well, Cuba was probably under Spain,
Yeah.
and then they beat Spain, so actually probably
Maybe
Vanuatu, Palau.
some of those the Pacific Islands, they did some island hopping at some
Well,
point.
they technically probably weren't a country at that point,
yeah,
so
that
it
too.
doesn't
Yeah,
count.
Yeah, I'm sure you could get a technicality on basically every country.
You literally probably could. But very interesting video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let us know if there's more from him or other UK stuff that we should check out. And we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye.